Welcome to this evening's meditation practice. Naturally, we invite the mind to be inspired as we allow the thoughts to flow through the mind that encourages inspiration. Simply relax those arms. Adjust naturally where needed. As always, flow the breath easily within and notice how one may improve breath awareness by taking the time to encourage greater expansion and exhalation. As if the breath is flowing not just through the nostrils, but moving inwardly and outwardly through every single pore within the skin.
Because sometimes it's more than just
no effort whatsoever. How easy it is to allow the mind to be aware as the thoughts are once more refined throughout the body. A simple count from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. Naturally, wherever we choose to place our awareness and attention is where we shall have the influence within our lives. If one was to think of the word joy, where did the mind take you? If one was to sense inner peace, where would you sense inner peace? And if you allowed yourself to feel freedom, freedom from what? The shadow shall always follow you, as it is your shadow. But if the sun is at high noon, you will note there is no shadow. With this in mind, move your awareness to the most refined of impressions that has your best interest in mind. Once more, 5 to 1. 5. Are you aware of all impressions that flood your mind? 4. If so, then how blessed are you to be one of the wise that exist in human form at this moment. 3. And with that, what are you doing with those impressions? 2. And if you're not yet aware of all the thoughts that are parading through the mind, what are you doing about this? Are you taking the time to further refine your mind in filtration? Or are you simply keeping your mind busy for the sake of keeping it busy? Go to your heart. Imagine now you're sensing the rhythm of your heart. And if you chose to infuse within that rhythm what you would consider as love for the self, would it flow through you If so, is it unconditional? And if it is unconditional, again, you're a rare individual indeed, as you're no longer tainted by human virtues that are limiting. And if you are tainted with human virtues that are limiting, what are you doing about it? Is your mind focused and interactive, or is your mind consciously being distracted? Move your awareness to your navel, the gut emotion. Are you one of those individuals that are no longer affected by the gut response? If so, how blessed are you, as you're no longer trapped in the confines of human emotion. If so, how are you choosing to live your life? If you're still trapped in the confines of human emotion, what are you doing about it? Are you proactive? Or are you thinking that you're proactive, but in actual fact you're reactive? Only you will know. Move your attention to the brain within the skull. Notice the main themes that influences your entire life. If those themes are purely ethereal, inspirational, unconditional, with no malice, no judgment, and so on, how fortunate are you as you reach the level of evolution where the average human being has not yet awoken to? If so, how are you choosing to use your mind? If not, have you taken this opportunity to be distracted? If it is distracted, it means that at this moment you're not in control. For you are in control of the mind. Remember these words. Not a single thought parades in your mind without your approval. Watching a television program, you will find that the advertisement pays for the program. That is why they call it free to air, meaning that it is not free. It is the advertisement that's paying for the station to employ the employees and so on. So the question is, in your life, are you free? If so, there would be no advertisement within your mind that would in any way disturb or distract you. Only you will know. Again, I count 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. Imagine that you're allowing the mind to flow thoughts through the mind that invites that body to be far more at ease than it would be otherwise. You invite the mind to bring on board inspiration that shall liberate the mind from any limitations that had lingered prior to this moment. You inspire the mind to bring to awareness all the opportunities that lay ahead of you without any restrictions from past limited accepted beliefs. All this is available to you 24/7. So now relax the facial muscles. Wherever you may note there is tension, simply relax it. Bring on board the smile comfortably. And if you chose to bring on board a smile, where did the smile flow? Was it superficial? Or did you feel it in your heart, in your navel, and in your brain? Where did that smile flow? As your mind begins to scan at this moment, scanning thoughts, let the thoughts parade through your mind. And notice as to where the thoughts arises. Did it just pop into your mind? Or did it ease into your mind like a gentle whisper? Trust that your only relation to the impression is the impressions that you allow yourself to be impressed upon. 5 to 1 again. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Remember, in meditation, our objective is to move the human personality to the side, lovingly, whilst taking the opportunity to reconnect to what one would consider as the universal overself. With this in mind, allow a current to spiral up and down the spine. Up and down the spine. And imagine that current is the natural ebb and flow of the helix of life. And as they match, a resonance occurs to create harmonic vibration in experiential refinement. For the next few moments, whatever is your objective for the meditation, move your awareness there. As you move your awareness towards your desired objectives, allow the mind freedom to relax. And as it relaxes, allow it to resonate the sound of balance harmonics. Note as to how the mind simply brings to the surface whatever impressions that had lurked within the subconscious mind without your conscious editing. With this in mind, notice the spiral once more as it glides up and down. If you were in heaven at this moment, what you would consider as your heaven, what would you expect? If you were in heaven at this moment in time, where would your mind be? And if you were in heaven, would you choose to limit yourself to the human virtues of accepted beliefs? So let me count from 10 to 1. As though each count is a signal to your mind to merge further inwardly as you detach the external for the duration of this meditation. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Your physical life is simply an echo of whatever impressions your subtle mind is echoing back to the physical reality. Your emotional life is simply an echo of the impressions of your subtle mind reflecting back in your physical life. All of your physical life experiences are nothing more than an echo of your soul essence echoing its impired impressions out to the physical world. Meaning, if you're seeking greater clarity, liberation, clear understanding, whatever you're seeking first must be echoed from the subtle realms. Only then can it be altered in the physical. And in meditation, we have the opportunity to interact directly with the subtle realms. So for the next few moments, note as to how your mind allows itself the opportunities available to it at this very moment. The mind is omnipresent. Understand this. The mind is omnipresent. It exists and interacts with all life, all space, all time simultaneously. Whatever echoes from your soul body influences your physical reality. Whatever you're seeking To create, manifest change and influence in the physical first must be echoed from the subtle bodies. Note as to how you are interacting with the subtle, the emotional, mental, and physical. It is only the human aspect that has frustration, anger, doubt, fear, and so on, as it, in most instances, are not aware of the subtle echoes that are reverberating within its physiology. To change anything in your life or in this universe, it must first and foremost echo from the subtle realms. This is the aim of meditation, to interact with the essence that reverberates the echo out to the universe. At this moment, universal love is available to all life. At this very moment, unconditional peace is available to all life. At this very moment, full mind illumination is available to all life. First, the echo, then the action influences the reaction. If you're seeking peace, then you must be at peace. And for you to be at peace, then the echo must echo peace. Thus, it is easy to note as to whether you're interacting with the physical, emotional, mental, or the subtle realms. If you interact with the subtle, then the byproduct is easy. If you find it challenging, it means you're not interacting with the subtle. It means you're either interacting with the mental or the emotional. If you interact with the subtle, then the echo automatically reflects the desired impressions. If you're driving a car, yet both feet are pushing, one on the brake and the other upon the accelerator, you would not expect to be moving at all. One allows you the means of motion, the other one slows it down or stops. By working both pedals as you need, you reach your destination safely. Notice your emotions, notice your mind, notice your life. It automatically is clear as to whether you're interacting with your subtle, emotional, or mental. In this meditation, you are now clarifying your objectives. So now, spend a few moments being very clear of your objectives and ease it into the subtle aspect of your mind. Whether you achieve it in one thought or in light years to come is irrelevant to the universal mind, as it is your choice. But if you have a sense of urgency, it simply means that the subtle realm is calling your attention to interact with it more than the mental and the emotional. If you're comfortable and content, it simply means that the subtle is echoing with clarity. Thus, you find yourself stable. By reviewing your own life, you can easily direct your attention to where you would choose to bring about the changes. Meditation is a practice that is designed to move the human personality and emotional traits to the side, where one can have greater access to their subtle realms and the essence within that realm that is said to be the reflection of your purest self. Bring on board the most refined thoughts for you, and note as to how long that thought remains before it is affected by other thoughts that negates that thought. If for the next 24 hours that thought of inspiration continues, it means you are automatically in tune with your purest subtle realms without the reflections of the emotional and mental. Put it to the test. Always remember, nothing is impossible in a mind that knows its full, refined nature. Nothing is impossible with a mind that is in tune with its subtle aspect of self. Nothing is impossible. That is the objective of meditation. Full, interactive, reflective communication. With this in mind, love the person whom you are unconditionally and trust that the world is as it is due to the echoes from the subtle realms. Bring your awareness to your body. Your life is simply waiting to be guided by your mind. So let the light of refinement open the mind to the purest reflection of high noon in love and light. And until we interact again, may the human aspect be appreciative, yet not limited, in its reflections of your truest refined nature.